Right. Coming up next, we got the Indie Night Spotlight every Thursday night where we interview a indie artist out here making big moves in the A-State. My man YK. YK, there you go. Is in the building, all right? Check it out. It's up next right here on the Power 92, baby.
Power 92 Jams, the big
92 Jams, Indie Night Spotlight every Thursday night where we interview a indie artist from the A-State doing big things in the A-State in the streets. And we got my man, boy, y'all been hearing all kind of sounds. We finally got him in the building. Let me see if I can say it right. Like you know, I think, what is YK? Is that what I ain't saying, man?
You got it,
Okay, then. Okay, what's up, man? Welcome to the studio, man.
What's good with it, bro? It's nice to be here.
Man, it's nice to have you here, YK, man. It's been a long time to make it, man. Ever since I've been in radio, man, you've been putting it down, the studio, the sounds. People don't understand most of the sounds come from YK, man. What the Graham Studio, man, you've been doing big things. Man, I'm just gonna turn it over to you to get everybody familiar with YK, man.
Well, you already know it's Graham Music. We've been on the scene since '99 around here. We done produced for pretty much anybody who's anybody in the state, say whether it's recording or doing the beats for it or whatever, just staying behind the scenes now. It's time for me to go on and hit the forefront as a local artist.
We're gonna call you local, man. Indie artist, artist, bro. We got respect for you, like
I'm from here, so I'm local.
Yeah. Indie artist, man. I'm gonna call you independent artist,
I ain't
man.
too proud.
You been putting it down for a long time, man. Man, name some of the artists you work with, man. I know the big song, man, Jump Rope. You did the Jump Rope, man.
Yeah.
And I always said I was gonna ask you, man, what was the concept of that song right there? Man, how did y'all come together? Because that was a movement, man. And to the day when you played in the clubs, man, you got all the little kids, grown-ups, even the senior citizens doing the Jump Rope, man. How did y'all come to play with that song, bro?
Dre and Jonte in the beat by YK. Hey, do the jump, double Dutch.
Actually, shout out to DJ Deja Blue. He the one who called me on that, and he is like, I need a pop snap track. And at the time, I ain't never done no tracks like that. And I told him, I said, I don't really do them tracks. He's like, bro, he said, just look out for me one time. He said, name your price and all that. And that was probably like the fastest beat I ever done. It took me like 10, 15 minutes tops.
Right.
And I just played around on the keyboard, dum, dum, dum. And next thing you know, just threw some drums, a couple other synthesizers on there, and called them back, and they came on in. That was when I met Dre and Jonte, and they was like, hey, we ain't really no rappers, we just want to have fun with what we do. So I was like, I can respect that. They laid that down and took it straight from the studio to the club like that same night. Had it popping ever since then.
Right. Now, YK, the producer. Let's move it to YK, the artist now, man. Now, you've been putting it down, man, and you got an album coming out, and you also got a single you work. Go and explain that to the people, man.
I mean, right now, what we promoting is the single Trunk Music. And that's, I produced that, I recorded it, mixed it, and I originally did it for my boy A.D. Mills out in the Bay Area, and then we sat on it for a little while. Then he ended up getting Mr. Fab to jump on there too, and that happens to be his cousin. And he was like, "Hey," he said, "I got Fab. He ready to jump on board." And he got on there, sent me the track back in like 10 minutes time, about 10 minutes tops. We got that mixed on down, and actually we recorded it like a few years back. And it just seemed like it was perfect timing right about now to go ahead and hit the clubs with it. It seemed like the music is coming back around to where it's not just popular or whatever. Is that you got to have some kind of content to go along with it. So
now let's talk about that, man, because you being a producer and also an artist, man, and you have to change with like the time of music, man. How is it different from when you first started producing to how it is now?
When I first started, it was like a bunch of followers when it came down to what people wanted as production. They wanted whatever they heard on the radio. Hey, I need a track that sounds just like such and such. And like every time a new song hit the radio, then everybody wanted a track that sounded like that. And now it's getting more to, hey man, just make me something. I just want it to be hard, and I just want to do my thing. And then you got the newer generation borrowing from the 90s era, and that's something I can definitely respect, and that's something that the new school and the old school can both vibe to. So it's changed a lot. it's going back into timeless music as opposed to the early 2000s where everything was kind of dated.
Right. Now, YK, what does, I got a couple of more questions for you. Like, what the question I got for you, what does it look like for YK Grim Music, man?
Oh man, it's gonna be some real big things. I would love to try to talk about it, but I don't like to talk about it before it's happening or whatever.
Right.
But
We respect that.
Yeah, what you about to see with Grim Music is about to, like, we finna do what you ain't never seen before in the state of Arkansas.
All right. And of course, man, every time artists come up here, man, whether it's an independent or a national artist, man, I like to ask them this question. And I've had talks with you outside of events and all that, man. What advice can you give for other artists? Because, during this segment, a lot of artists is tuned in and they, of course, want to hear what you got to say. And I know a lot of people want to hear what you say. You being a big pioneer in the Arkansas community, in the streets of music. What is it that other artists can do to be successful like yourself, man? I know you say you don't have to branch out. You don't have to go other places. What advice can you give to them?
Musically, give it your 110%. Be cocky on that mic. Say when it comes down to the business side of things, be humble. Say return phone calls, shake hands, get out there, network with the people, go to shows, even if you're not performing at these shows, show your support. Because everybody always wants support, but don't nobody want to get a supportive to the next person. Or if they not on the show, then they're like, oh well, since I'm not on the ticket, then I'm not gonna be there. Now almost any artist from around here can say that they done seen me at a show that I'm not performing at. Say I'll pay the price, pay the VIPs, whatever it takes. Say and then above all, you gotta keep God first, because a bunch of this stuff that's been working for me, a bunch of stuff that's in the works for me right now, I'm talking about it's so major that the only person that I can thank for it is God, because it wasn't me. Say it wasn't my team, but my team does play a big part in all the stuff that's going on, but it had to be God.
All right, YK, as always, man, I enjoyed talking to you, man. Much success to you, Grim Music. And anytime you need anything, man, make sure you call us, man. And hey, this Ladies Man Kane, well, not Ladies Man no more, but DJ Kane. I'm sitting here with the legendary, respectful man, YK, man. It's been a long time, man. He's finally here. We got him up here, y'all. Hey, right here on the Power, 92J.
Yes, sir. It's Fabby Davis Jr. Paranormal. Grim Music. Let's go.
Sloppy drunk, rolling up a blunt.